Okay, let's get started. So our first speaker today is Dr. Djakic. Emil, can I ask you to come forward, please?
Got involved when this project was brought to the coast to at least accommodate and to develop it and see what we could put into place. I think we could all recognise, those that have been involved with it, that how we started out probably isn't how we finished, but that's okay because it was about a learning process and a development process. I think rather than revising all of the history that's gone on, I would congratulate everybody that's worked in the project, particularly Judy Walker, who's been our project lead through this. I think, as we may all know, without Judy, the journey through this wouldn't have progressed and we wouldn't be here today celebrating the outcomes of it. I'd like to draw an analogy, though, to the outcomes we've got to something that's been close to us all over this last few months, which has been the COVID-19 virus. We think, well, why would I be talking about that? Most of the congratulations and most of the celebrations seem to be focused at healthcare workers, particularly at the pointy end of the spectrum up in the hospital sector, which no detraction from them. Fabulous work, fabulous roles that they're all doing and terrific that they're there. But the missing congratulations actually extend to the broad community, to the individuals who are sitting at tables, social distancing, who are choosing to use hand sanitizer, who are choosing to talk to each other about how you're going, how you're getting on, are you coping, who are knocking on their neighbour's door, who are connecting to each other in a way that is about bringing the greater good to all of us. Now, the Anticipatory Care Project is working down at that true space of primary health care, which is in connecting people, in talking about health issues, in identifying who's in our community and how we might direct them, how we might guide them, and how we might borrow from their existing skills and knowledge is really where the beauty of all this is. I think if we go back 10 years ago, and I think Jan might help me remember the year when we sat over at the rowing club in the hall there doing strategic planning for the council. My first impression after a bit of the work there was that there was an absence in a health space for this community in a map or a guide or a program that belonged to the council, the third layer of government in this country, as to what we were doing for health in this community. I think we now are on the cusp of an opportunity to really fill that space with something that's quite progressive, innovative, and owned by us, and a fabulous opportunity to recognise through the council and the councillors and Jan Bond as mayor in choosing to absorb this program into part of their workspace for the future, which is the really exciting bit. That funding as such for this will end in its original form, but what we've got is a structure, some governance to go with it, a plan to go with it, and more importantly, people who are from this community, who are engaged with it, who have been with the journey with it, and who are committing to continuing with that. So I think we might think this has been nebulous, we might think show me some tangible benefits, but I'm a big fan of not so much frontline troops, but what actually happens in the back room to enable those frontline things to occur, and I think that's what we've got for the future. So from my side and Patrick Street Clinic, we've been really proud to allow this to move onto this form, and yes, we're stepping back from it not because we're abandoning it, but because its opportunity and its true home now sits in this next future. And I think we will have other municipalities looking to Central Coast and saying, how did you do that? And it'd be really nice to be still sitting here reviewing in 1 year or 5 years to see what the progress is and how we are connecting with our community and how we're all contributing to the little bit we each can do to provide the opportunity for good health for all of our community members. So thank you all, and as I said, thank you, Judy, and I'll hand back to you.